football season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Check 80! Check 52's to Mike. Wild Bill. Check, crunch.
Half 85, half 85.
Kill.
Alert! Hey, Charlie! What's that?
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Pull it together.
What's that?
56.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. 3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Alert!
Alert 3.
Here we go.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
36-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, lock it.
Watch the screen.
Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, Chargers.
Set, ready? 30 base.
Right there. 56. Too little, cut.
Hey, Delta.
Under crunch.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Rock it.
Check. Watch it.
Go.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
Ready?
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You ain't going nowhere. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. 56, 56. Mike, 55.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable here for Callaway. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And the Colts have opened it up a bit, leading by 2 scores. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Set, 8, read. 56. Look, squeeze. Hit it.
Running on 1st down, Eckler.
Check 15.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
56.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Check.
Topper.
Check. Fresno.
Now.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And an alley to run. 20. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
56.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
6-0 our score after one.
With the score, Chargers 6, Bills nothing.
Five, 19. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hack.
25. Check 25.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go.
Brandon, you know how we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan? That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
Half, 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 half.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Throwing now is Allen. And he finds Tyler Croft. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
56 is the mic.
Here we go.
Kill.
Done. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide.
From the 41, Allen buying time to his left. He'll run it, and he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's coming.
5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide.
Kill.
Middle.
Hey, zoom.
Allen now looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To the air, Allen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Chargers take over.
Let's go.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Come on, boy. You better be ready.
X3. 218. Chopper.
He's checking. Crash.
Hey, Sam on.
Watch the ship. Watch
Five.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 18. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Mike's 49.
Shoot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Kill.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long.
60 yours.
56. Hey.
Ready.
Throwing on first down. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Ready.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hatch it. Pick the edge. Come.
Bravo.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey.
Go.
Hey. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Get it.
2nd and 15. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check 49. Hey, tight.
Hey, wahoo!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Go!
Throwing his Allen on 3rd. He'll let it go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
All the way back home, yo. Let's make it.
And they'll try the jet sweep here, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
56.
Alert!
Now Allen. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Sub. Alert!
Bang, bang. Watch the safety creep.
Half 10.
Mike 55, Mike 50.
Hey, exit.
Eat. Get your squad.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go, get excited. Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we
The
go.
Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Throwing to start the drive. Herbert, he's airing it out for Williams, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This one taken from the 7. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's go, baby. Check. Under 10. 10.
Leo.
Check 9.
Going on the ground with Eckler, and he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
You ready? Hey, Echo.
It's been a long day for you. 56. Mike, 56.
Hit it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
At the 37-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Hey, Alpha. Five.
Off play action. Herbert. He's going to air one out. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, Haywood.
Operating from the gun. Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down.
Regular.
Buzz.
From the gun, Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here is Eckler. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Charlie. Recon, 132 fighter. Steve Griffin.
It's Eckler again. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Open man, it's Allen. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Team 6. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jerry Hughes able to record his 5th sack of the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Bullet high.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Hey, zoom. Let's go.
2nd and 14. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go. 8, read.
Mike 49.
Stay with your man.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
And he's got some space here. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Chargers' 28-yard line.
50.
55.
Half 10. I'm coming after you.
Half.
Hey, orbit.
On 2nd and 12, Allen finding Knox there, complete.
I got you, boy.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Allen gonna throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Isaiah McKenzie, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Bills 10, Chargers 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they've put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Out. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Slam.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On the ready.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
General West.
Watch the shift.
Let's go.
From the gun, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Looking to throw. Herbert has got it to Williams. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2nd and 1.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. That throw into the arms of Allen. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
At the 46-yard line.
Down.
6 yards was the
60
pickup on the
outlaw.
last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Shoot.
Now Eckler.
Rush in, rush in, rush
And he'll
in.
get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Get ready, get ready.
So from the
Get ready.
39 now, they'll come up on a 1st
Go,
and 10.
go.
First down.
56, Mike.
Big River. Big River.
They'll run here with Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
Ready,
A
set.
small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Ready, ready.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Ready,
Possibly
ready.
a turning point.
60
Big play coming.
Hey, box drop,
This
box
is 3rd
drop.
and long.
Hey, check 24.
Get it.
From the gun, Herbert. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Got it.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
56 to Mike, boys, 56.
Let go.
On 4th down, Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Chargers.
Here we go. Here we
This
go.
quarterback now
70,
11
Indy.
of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Eckler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit.
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Hey, high 7. All right.
Back to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
All 52. Hey, Echo.
He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Mike, 49. Here we go. Here we go. Run it.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.
So for our visitors, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.